Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to The Mixer, the segment on this channel where I can give you guys all kinds of detailed information about, different walks of life, cultural tidbits and cuisines and places, celebrities, animals, nature, sports, the whole 9 yards. And today is going to be yet another sports video because I haven't played a lot of NBA 2K22 lately, but it's all over now because I posted my last upload, my last gameplay yesterday, That was my last upload, and I finished off NBA 2K22 playing with the Milwaukee Bucks, against the Dallas Mavericks. And so this vlog is gonna go hand in hand. I'm pretty sure you guys already expected this because I think I mentioned it in that video, and also the title, the thumbnail. I think it's pretty obvious that I'm gonna be talking about an athlete today, right? And specifically the Greek freak himself, Giannis Antetokounmpo. That name is a goddamn mouthful, man. Oh my God. Pause the video now and try saying that like 3 times fast. Go ahead, I'll wait. But anyways, so aside from that insane of a name there, it's even more insane when you consider that he is actually one of 5 siblings, who play basketball as well. That's right, he has, I believe, 2 younger brothers and 2 older brothers, and all of them play basketball. Some of them are also in the NBA. I believe one of them is actually his teammate now in the Bucks, Others play in the G League, and others in Europe, in European leagues. I think some of them play in Greece, But the thing with Giannis is that his nickname is the Greek Freak for a reason, We're talking about sheer size, speed, strength, and ball handling skills that made him a freak of nature in the NBA, From his early days all the way up until now. I'm actually really in love with his story, because it's a true underdog story, Giannis's early life into the beginnings of his playing career, is actually a story that can really motivate you to get out there and do something in life, because he came from a very poor family, His parents were Nigerian immigrants, and then when they came to Athens, they had very little money, and money and work was hard to come by. So in order for them to support the family, Giannis and his brothers actually had to take to the streets and sell items, They would be hawking items. I think hawk is a specific term, like for street vendors, So it actually means that they would just sell watches, handbags, sunglasses, to try to make a profit. And for the first 18 years of his life, Giannis was actually stateless, because he had no legal paperwork from either Nigeria or Greece, So it took him a while to get citizenship, in Greece, which actually was a few months before he was drafted to the NBA. So just made his life a whole lot easier, Officially, he began playing basketball in 2007. However, his playing career officially began when he joined the youth team of Philadelphia. If I mispronounce that, I don't care. I don't speak Greek, okay? He played there from 2011 to 2013, eventually making it to the senior team. And he actually put up quite a few impressive numbers there, because in the 2012-2013 Greek A2 League season, he actually shot 46.4% from field goal, from the field, from field goal percentage, however you want to say that. Also 62.1% from the 2-point field line. So, he was actually averaging pretty well from shooting, and 31.3% from 3-point range. So he was also pretty deadly from beyond the arc as well. And he was pretty tall. So combining that with good shooting precision just made him an absolute animal. And 72% from the free throw line. So, rarely ever missed a free throw. Of course, we're not talking Steph Curry levels of 90% or more, but it was still pretty impressive, while averaging 22.5 minutes per game. So not sure how long the games are over there in Greece, but maybe it's around the same or similar, so pretty much the entire game. Throughout the course of 26 games in that season there, he actually averaged 9.5 points per game, which is pretty impressive, nearly at double digits, and also 5 rebounds per game, right, or 5.0 rebounds per game. It's weird how you say that. 1.4 assists per game, so also a bit of a team player as well, even before joining the Bucks, And also 1 block per game, or it says 1.0 blocks per game. It's weird how that statistic thingy there works, He was later selected as a special participant to play in the 2013 Greek League All-Star game, despite not actually having been an All-Star. But the coach just wanted to bring him in, as a treat for the fans, It's all good. So now, of course, you guys know what happened after that, In 2013, he was drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks as the 15th pick overall in the first round. And from then, it was all uphill, That's where his history began. That's where he became the Giannis that we know and love today. But his early years, were actually, it took him a while to establish himself as a pretty dominant player, but he was still pretty okay in his first season, because he actually became one of the youngest players ever to be drafted to the NBA with 18 years and 311 days, so nearly a year of a difference, and in his first rookie season, he actually averaged 6.8 points per game, which a little lower than the Greek league, but still pretty impressive. 4.4 rebounds per game, because he was like over 6 feet tall, so it was pretty damn easy for him, and also 1.9 assists per game, so a little bit higher than his averages in the Greek league, and also 0.8 steals per game, which is really weird, 0.8, but I don't know exactly how that works, but not a lot of steals throughout his rookie season, and also 0.8 blocks per game, so not too shabby, actually very shabby, but so in total, he made 77 appearances in that season out of all 82 games of the regular season, and then he scored in double figures 23 times and grabbed at least 10 rebounds twice, with both of them resulting in double doubles for him, with double points in 2 out of 5 statistical categories on the court, and also he finished that season with 61 total blocks, which led all NBA rookies and was the 7th most by a Bucks rookie in franchise history, so pretty up there with Kareem. And he was selected to participate in the Rising Stars Challenge, in the NBA All-Star Weekend, where he tallied 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists in 17 minutes. And by the end of that season his rookie season, he was named to the 2013-2014 NBA All-Rookie First Team, All-Rookie Second Team. Man, it's right in front of me and I keep reading it wrong. Holy crap. But anyway, enough about his early days, right? Let's take a look here at a clip of Giannis, way back in the day, maybe an interview or him playing in the G League or something, I don't know, before we get into the nitty-gritty of his career.
Can you tell us your name?
My name is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
When were you born?
I was born in 1994.
Well, what club do you play for?
I play for Philadelphia Geographic.
What can you tell us about yourself? What kind of basketball player are you?
I'm an all-around player. I can jump, I can shoot, I can pass the ball. I can do everything in the court.
Alright, pretty cool, huh? The first of many clips that you guys will see in this video, And actually, in case you didn't notice, I'm wearing a green turtleneck today for 2 different reasons. One is that it's kind of chilly in Sao Paulo today. It's a little cold outside, even more so in my house because my floor is tile, right? And also it's dark green, Milwaukee Bucks, so it kind of makes sense. I think it just fit perfectly with the aesthetic of today's video, right? So anyway, a few tidbits of info here that I have for you guys in my cheat sheet. In 2016, Giannis recorded his first triple-double in his career with 27 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists, in a win over the Lakers, my team, freaking bastard. And he was 21, so he became the youngest player in Bucks franchise history to record a triple-double, even before Kareem Abdul-Jabbar now, even younger than when Kareem did it. And then in the following year, he was named to the Eastern Conference All-Star team, and he played in the All-Star game. So he was 22 and 74 years old, which made him now the youngest player ever to be, the youngest player in Bucks franchise history, also to be drafted, to an All-Star team. So again, younger than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and also the youngest to star in an All-Star game. And he became the first Greek All-Star in history. And in that game, he actually led the Eastern Conference with 30 points, but unfortunately, they lost, so it sucks. But anyway, so now here's the thing. He is one of the most decorated players in basketball through the Bucks, and in the 2016-2017 season, he actually led the Bucks in all 5 major statistical categories and became the first player in NBA history to finish a regular season in top 20 in all 5 of those categories for total points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks, And he also received the Most Improved Player award, in 2017, and a few other things as well. And he actually did, in 2017-2018, he started the season really freaking crazy, and he was averaging almost 27 points per game in that occasion, which earned his 2nd straight All-Star nomination, All-NBA selection, which broke Kareem's original franchise record for triple-doubles, No, sorry, he also broke Kareem's original franchise record for triple-doubles, So it's freaking crazy, man. And he would later go on to win In 2019 and 2020, you know, he would win consecutive NBA Most Valuable Player awards, you know, which joined Kareem and LeBron as the only two players who won 2 MVP awards before turning 26, you know. Giannis is younger than me, by the way. He's 27, I'm 29, but he looks like he's 10 years older. It's freaking crazy. The guy's a freaking bulldozer. And also, along with that MVP award, he was also named the NBA Defensive Player of the Year, and that was in 2020, and he became the the only player after Michael Jordan in 88 and Hakeem Olajuwon in 94 to win both awards in the same season, right? And in 2021, as we all know, he led the Bucks to their first NBA championship since 1971, which is a crazy run if you saw that campaign, and he was named Finals MVP unanimously. The same year, he was honored as one of the greatest players by making it to the 75th anniversary team, you know, and in Game 6 of that series there, he actually put up 50 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks, and the Bucks clinched that championship, you know, 50 years without winning, man. That was freaking crazy, you know, and in that series, he had averages of 35.2 points per game, you know, as well as 13.2 rebounds per game, so got really high in the playoffs there, right? And 5.5 assists per game, you know, so a pretty valid team player, and also got better at stealing, 1.2 steals per game, you know, not too shabby if I say so myself, and 1.8 blocks per game, you know, and he was at 26 years and 22 days old, he was the youngest player since Kawhi Leonard in 2014 to be named Finals MVP, and the first European since Dirk Nowitzki in 2011, so Giannis is freaking crazy. Man, I'm telling you, nothing can stop this guy. I have been rambling on for a while, so let's take a look at another clip of him here doing something. Maybe in the G League, Greek League, no, he didn't play in the G League. In the Greek League or already in NBA, I don't know, man. Just look at something here.
On a 13-5 run.
Crawford with the strip. Oh, good block. Antetokounmpo
Giannis
gets it back on the other end and throws it down.
Well, we know what the play of the game for the Bucks is going to be tonight, without question. Both ends.
19 years old he is, from Greece.
You know, something that not a lot of people might know because of his limited success internationally, but he also plays for the Greek national team. He technically began playing, you know, in 2013 for the Greek under-20 national team, where they went to the 2013 FIBA Europe under-20 championship, you know, and he actually led them to an 8-2 record, but unfortunately just, you know, couldn't make it past 5th place, you know. Then in 2014, he would play for the actual senior national team for the first time, and he would actually help them finish 9th overall in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup with a 5-1 record, you know. And then in the next year, he would play in the Eurobasket 2015. Unfortunately, they failed to win a medal there, you know. They actually couldn't really get past the stronger European sides, you know, but Giannis still represented the hell out of it, you know. And actually later on, he would make it to the 2016 Turin FIBA World Olympic qualifying event. You know, he represented Greece there as well, where he had a pretty good average stat line. But Greece failed to qualify for the 2016 Summer Olympics, unfortunately, because they were eliminated by Croatia, you know. And he did play with Greece for the preparation phase for the Eurobasket 2017, but he actually missed the actual tournament, you know, because of a knee injury. And then he would take Greece to the 2019 the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup, where he had a few good averages of points as well, rebounds, assists, and whatnot, you know. Unfortunately, they didn't win that title there. But all in all, up until 2019, he has played a total of 49 games for the senior Greek national team, you know, and a total of 573 points just for the national team, you know, with a scoring average of 11.7 points per game, okay? Now we're going to talk about his actual career stat lines and some of his titles, you know. So Giannis has put up a total of 14,321 points, you know, so a very dominant force, you know. He right now is a power forward, but he can pretty much glide through any position, you know, seamlessly. And 6,149 rebounds he has grabbed because he is 6'11". It's really not hard for him to grab a rebound, you know, so I'm not surprised at all with that one there. And he is a team player with his 3,020 assists, you know, to his teammates, so very impressive average there. And because he is just a little bit of a ball hog, he has grabbed 764 steals in total across his career, okay? And because he is 6'11", like I mentioned, and I actually did this a few times in my gameplay, you know, the last video, he has grabbed 856 blocks, you know, denied his opposing players there, you know, nearly 900 times, just a couple hundred more and he'll make it to 1,000, man. It's gonna be really impressive when he garners that, you know. So now his career accolades, you know, like I said before, he is an NBA champion, just one ring that he won in 2021 after 50 years of a drought for the Milwaukee Bucks there. The last time they won was with Kareem, you know, on the roster, and he was named NBA Finals MVP unanimously and one of the youngest players ever to win the award, you know. He is also a two-time NBA Most Valuable Player, you know, that happened in 2019 and 2020, and he is also a six-time NBA All-Star, the first Greek ever to be elected to an All-Star game, you know. That was all the way from 2017 to 2022. Within which he won the NBA All-Star Game MVP, you know, and the same year that he won the championship. He is also a four-time All-NBA first team, so he made the first team, you know, 4 different times, and also a two-time All-NBA second team, so he made the second team twice, right? That's how this works. And also he was the NBA Defensive Player of the Year in 2020, right? And a bit more impressively, he is also a 4-time NBA All-Defensive first team, you know, and for some reason he made the second team just once, the NBA All-Defensive second team in 2017, but okay, it's all good. First is more impressive, of course, first, second. And he was named the NBA Most Improved Player in 2017, right? And also he made the NBA All-Rookie second team in 2014. And he was named, of course, to the NBA 75th anniversary team. We already knew that, like a lot of players made that. And also the Eurostar Player of the Year in 2018. I'm guessing something to do with European basketball, whatever that is, you know. So now that we have gotten through that, I'm going to talk a little bit more about his player profile. So let's look at another clip of him before I do that.
Throws it away. Here's Kitty with the alley. Coming over Giannis. What a block!
See Giddey looking up. Paisley thought he had it.
And Niang is in. Maxey swatted by Antetokounmpo. Do not go in there.
Well, he did it once on Shake Middleton. Why not?
Now, when Giannis first came to the NBA in 2013, he was a very scrawny kid. He was tall but very thin, you know, didn't look very intimidating. Actually, if you guys go on YouTube, you can watch interviews of reporters actually laughing and mocking at him when he said that one day he wanted to be the MVP, you know, because he did not look intimidating at all, you know. But as the years went by, he started to put on more and more muscle, you know, until he became a 6'11", 242-pound behemoth, you know. And today, he is a dominant force on both offense and defense. And actually, he is officially listed as a forward, but sometimes is described as a point forward, you know. But basically, he is essentially positionless because he can be deployed in all 5 positions, you know, and still play well. So you can put him as a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, or a center, and he will still dominate, you know. He is very eclectic in that sense, you know. He's very versatile and very athletic, and he uses that to his advantage, you know. And this actually embodies a lot of the future of the league, you know, and this actually works well towards his favor because as of April 2022, this year, his regular season career averages are 21.8 points per game, okay, which is really not too shabby, man, for a positionless player, you know. 9.4 rebounds per game, almost up at 10 now, you know, because he's so freaking tall and always positioning himself adequately. 4.6 assists per game, right? So he's a really good player to have, you know, as a teammate because he's always feeding you the ball, and 1.2 steals per game, you know, so didn't really get too much higher, but it's a far cry from the 0.8 from back in his rookie days, you know, and 1.3 blocks per game, you know, so he's pretty deadly, you know. He actually established himself as a devastating slasher and a transition scorer, you know, because he has a very rare combination of size and speed, almost kind of like Shaquille O'Neal back in his early days in the Orlando Magic and the Lakers, you know. So because of that, he can actually cross half of a court in a single dribble and blow past multiple defenders, you know. It's really hard for you to mark this guy and guard him. And actually, you know, a 2017 analysis conducted was actually, a 2017 analysis that was conducted, you know, came up with the conclusion that he was able to cover slightly more than 15 feet off of a single dribble when driving to the basket, which is 5 feet further than the average player in the league, you know, which is freaking bonkers, you know. He kind of developed his own version of the Euro step, you know, which ESPN now describes as the final phase of the evolution of that move, you know, which is a signature move. So, and it actually allows him to directly attack the rim from the three-point arc in this move that just completely renders the area between the top of the key and the basket completely defendable. So basically, when Giannis is in transition going for the basket for a dunk, you're not going to stop him. You're not going to stop him. You know, you can try, but you're not going to. He has been criticized for his lack of a reliable jump shot, you know, having shot above 31% from three-point range just once in his career, but his jumper has been exploited by other teams, you know, so other teams can kind of create this wall to stop him because his jump shot isn't too reliable and very predictable. So, and you can't win everything, you know, there are pros and cons, you know, but he's not Superman. However, he did actually increase, you know, 2019, he increased his jump shooting output, you know, averaging a career high 4.3 three-point goals, attempted in 1.4 made, you know, in the 2019-2020 season, you know. So he has been criticized for his he has been acclaimed for his playmaking skills, you know, because even though he's not the primary ball handler of the Bucks, he has largely orchestrated the team's offense, you know, so they're always attacking through him. You know, in the 2019-2020 season, he was actually responsible, you know, whether through assisting or actually scoring directly. 57.8% of all of the points for the Bucks scored, you know, while he was on the floor, which is one of the highest rates in the league. And also, he averaged about 6 assists per game, you know, during both the 2018 and 19-20 seasons. So, yeah, he's pretty okay. On defense, he is very elite, you know. He's capable of guarding all 5 positions at will, you know, often deployed in this free safety role that allows him to roam the paint and actually discourage attacks towards the rim. So he's, like I said before, he's very good at blocking, you know. It's really hard to shoot over him or even dunk over him, you know. And because of this here, he's a very proficient shot blocker, you know, and has kind of like this reputation for blocking opponents in transition, which is the chase down block, something that LeBron James also became very famous for. Go watch my video about LeBron 2 later if you want to. I'm just going to plug it here randomly, you know. You just don't watch it now, though. Wait until this one is over, you know. Just wanted to plug that there, you know. So the Bucks have actually flourished into one of the league's best defensive teams, you know, leading the NBA in defensive rating for a few different seasons there, you know. And this is why he won the NBA Defensive Player of the Year in 2020, you know. So Giannis essentially is just like a powerhouse of a player, you know. It's really hard to stop this guy. And just to illustrate that a little better, I'm going to show you guys one final clip here before going towards the final stretch.
Three-pointers continue to be attempted here for the Celtics. Antetokounmpo! Oh, with a left hand throws it down. And you always talk about it. He loves that left hand holiday. So does Giannis, the veteran who's never played in an NBA Finals, trying to get to the conference finals. Versus Giannis with the flush and the foul.
Doing a very nice job of not allowing Giannis to handle the basketball.
So I wanted to share with you guys some interesting tidbits of info here that I thought would be cool to insert in the video, you know. Giannis's number 34 is actually a reference to his parents' birthdays, you know, because one was born in 1963 and the other in 1964. So 3, 4, he took that and made a little homage to his parents, you know, which I think was really sweet and lukewarm, you know. It's very wholesome. And you guys might not know this, but actually, you know, in 2016, Giannis and his brother Giannis Antetokounmpo actually began their mandatory military service in Greece, man. They joined the freaking army, dude, you know. It's freaking crazy to think that somebody who plays in the NBA and is already successful, you know, is set for life financially, still has to go and serve in the army. What if he gets shot and dies, you know? I mean, we're going to lose a star player in the league, you know. But anyways, so they actually did. You can find photos of them wearing their military gear. Don't know if they actually have gun training and go to war and stuff, but it's just mandatory service, you know. So anyway, they actually served a reduced 3-month military service as prescribed for Greek citizens who are permanent residents overseas, you know. So like I said before, his other brothers also play basketball professionally, you know, and his girlfriend actually gave birth to 2 children. He has 2 sons, you know, which you guys saw if you caught the premiere of Rise. I believe it's called Rise or Risen, you know. I forgot what it's called, guys, but Disney Plus released this documentary about him and his family some time ago, you know, this docu-series. So, and you at the premiere, you saw him, you know, looking all fancy with his green suit and his kids there, you know, so they look really cute. And it's crazy, man, how this guy became like a monster over a few years, you know. But he actually also became a minority owner of the Milwaukee Brewers of Major League Baseball. So he's just, you know, really setting his roots in Milwaukee, you know. So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end this video here, you know. A lot of behind the scenes shenanigans happen here in this video. The recording process is a lot longer than the actual video itself will be. You know, you guys might not see that. You guys are not going to see a lot of what's on the cutting room floor. But still, I just wanted to get this out here, you know, and just get this video done because I really wanted to. And this is my second to last athlete video, you know, before I do one more and finish up. I wanted to talk about Giannis because I really admire him as a player, you know. I think he's phenomenal. If you ever saw any game by the Milwaukee Bucks, you know how freaking crazy of a player he is, you know. And just going on YouTube and watching highlights, you know, is really cool and would give you an idea of just how dominant he is. In that 2021 run, that championship run will never be forgotten, man. That's just as crazy as the 2011 run by the Dallas Mavericks with Dirk Nowitzki, you know. That one was more impressive, but still, man. 50 years later, the Bucks win a championship with Giannis as the main player, man. That is crazy. I love him. Big fan. Cannot wait to play more NBA 2K22 with him, you know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video there. And stay tuned because in the title card, the end screen, I'm going to leave links to other videos related to this, other athletes. So make sure you stay tuned to the end. Stay for the end. But that's it, guys. I'm going to take this off because I'm actually sweaty. I'm kind of a freaking... I don't know why I put this on. It's not that cold anymore now. Anyway, guys, if you happen to enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a like and also subscribe to my channel because I release videos every single day. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell too to know exactly what time I upload. And it's all good. This is Chazzy signing out for now. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Roll the outro screen.